Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Welcome to another AP Micro Struggle. Today I'm talking about topic 5.3, which is profit maximization. That's the only thing we're going to talk about in this video. Timestamps are below if you would like to jump around to a specific part of this video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's the motivating example, and once again this motivating example is going to involve Bill. And we're going to say that Bill has a tumbler factory. He can make those tumblers you put drinks in with the fancy straws that go through the lid. And we're going to say that Bill can charge $15 a tumbler, and he's trying to figure out how many workers to hire. And just for fun, we're going to call each worker Sally. So he's trying to figure out how many Sallys to hire. And he's got this nice table right here where he has the number of Sallys he employs, the total amount of wage that he has to pay for all the Sallys he employs. So you can see that Sally's wage is $15. So the total wage increases by $15 for each additional Sally that Bill hires. These are the number of tumblers that Bill can make with the same number of Sallys. So for example, this row right here says that if Bill is employing 2 Sallys, he can make 7 tumblers total. And this column right here is just total revenue that Bill gets from his tumblers, which is just taking the number of tumblers, multiplying it by $15 a tumbler. So this is 7 times 15, which is 105. If I made a mistake in my math somewhere, make sure to leave a comment below, but I think this is right. So again, we're trying to figure out how many Sallys Bill should hire. And remember from this marginal analysis topic that we talked about a long time ago, we try to equate marginal cost to marginal benefit. The marginal cost in this situation is going to be the fact that he's got to pay $15 extra to hire another Sally. The marginal benefit is going to be the marginal revenue or the marginal product of an additional Sally. And that's going to be a revenue marginal product, which means we're just going to take the number of extra tumblers that Bill can now make, multiply it by $15 per tumbler, and that's how we get the new marginal benefit of hiring an additional Sally. So with that in mind, let's just make this table a little bigger, and you can see that the marginal cost, again, because it costs $15 for each Sally, the marginal cost is just going to be $15 for every row, because we're always paying an additional $15 when we hire another Sally, and you can see that if you just look at the difference between these guys right in here, which we sort of did before. I just want to make that super clear. Now let's think about the marginal revenue. Again, marginal revenue, same sort of idea. All we're going to do is we're going to compare how this number changes when we hire an additional Sally. And we are once again looking for when does marginal cost equal marginal revenue, or marginal product equals the wage. So again, here we get a revenue of plus 60, so it's definitely worth it to hire the first Sally because 60 is much bigger than 15. Then from 60 to 105, that's going to be 45. Again, much better than the cost of 15. Then we're going to get to 20, 135, 105. Actually, let's make that 30 because I can do math. And then from 135 to 150 is 15. 150 to 150 is 0. So again, we're trying to equate marginal cost equal to marginal revenue, and that's going to happen right here when we hire 4 Sallys. So the number of Sallys we want to hire is 4. Now, what if we wanted to look at this on a graph instead of in a table? Well, let's take a look. So here is that same table represented graphically, where you can see I took that marginal revenue and just made it a line, and the marginal cost is the wage, and remember the marginal cost or the wage was 15. So I set them equal to each other, and we got that the L star was 4, because that's where marginal cost and marginal revenue met. So again, when we're trying to solve a profit maximization problem, we're trying to figure out how many Sallys to hire. And when we're figuring out how many Sallys to hire, we're setting the marginal benefit of hiring a Sally equal to the marginal cost of hiring a Sally, where the marginal cost is just the wage. Now, what if you have 2 inputs? What if you're making tumblers with both machines and Sallys? So remember in the utility maximization problem, we had 2 goods, and we just said that the marginal benefit was equal to the marginal cost of one good. The marginal benefit of the second good was equal to the marginal cost of that second good, and we just divided them. Well, we're going to do the same thing. So all we're going to say, just to make this a little clearer, so here's the marginal product of Sally, and that's going to be equal to the wage or the price of Sally. Separately, we're going to have the marginal price of, I don't know, K for machine, is equal to the marginal cost of a machine. We call that a rental rate, or R, and all we do is divide them. So what we end up with is the marginal product of Sally over the marginal product of capital is equal to wage over R, or PX over PY. So that's all you need to know for profit maximization based on the College Board's course guide. If you still get questions or if you're confused, leave a comment below. But if this video or these videos in general are helping you out, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hopefully, we'll see you next time for another case of Econ struggles.